Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Nice easy job today. We're going to be working on the BMW 5 Series and we're going to be doing something that I would actually recommend doing if you have not already done so and your car is around 10 years or so, and that is replacing the gear knob and gear gaiter. So we have a brand new genuine BMW gear knob right here. Now this is the M Sport gear knob, so if you have an SE then it may look a little bit different, but yeah, this is a genuine one and I would recommend installing a genuine one. You can get a lot of copies out there for just a fraction of the price of a genuine BMW one, but you know, you really cannot get better than the real BMW one. It has a lot of weight to it. It's a much better quality than all of the aftermarket ones out there, so I'd highly recommend spending the money and getting a genuine BMW one, and that goes for the new gear gaiter itself. I don't even know if you can get an aftermarket gear gaiter, but yeah, just spend a little bit extra money and get the proper stuff. Now I get a lot of people asking from time to time, where do I buy my genuine BMW parts from? Now I do buy some of my parts if I need them quickly from the dealer, but generally that is not the cheapest option. I like to buy my parts, if I can, from Fixed Parts Online. They are almost certain to be cheaper than your local dealer. Now granted, they are in Europe and you know, they will take a couple of weeks to arrive, but you know, if you want to save yourself some money, then it's definitely worth checking out Fixed Parts Online. If you want to buy these parts that I am replacing today, there will be some links down in the description box below. But without further ado, let's get outside and let's get cracking. Okay, so we are in the BMW 5 Series then, and let's take a look at what the original gear knob and gear gaiter looks like. So because this is a leather gear knob, it has suffered quite a bit of wear over the years. As I said, it is over 10 years old now, and yeah, it is looking a bit sorry for itself really. There isn't, you know, too many tears or anything like that in it. It is still fully functional, but it just doesn't look and feel the best. You know, compare it to the nice shiny new one. Look at how much vibrant and sharper the new one is. So yeah, it's definitely going to feel better in the hand with this new gear knob on. And the original gaiter itself, you wouldn't really know that it is an original one or that it is used, apart from the fact that it has this tiny tear here on the left side, and it kind of goes from there and it's started to make a tiny tear in that side as well. And this is actually a very common issue for whatever reason. I mean, you guys will see once I remove this. BMW actually installed an extra, I guess it's like a Jubilee clamp, and it has a screw that comes off it and it makes this hole in the gear gaiter. You know, when you push this over to reverse, it kind of forces the gaiter, the leather parts, into the bolt, and yeah, it makes this hole. Now I have actually already previously removed that clamp because I really don't think it does a whole lot, and yeah, when I install the new gear gaiter, I don't want this same thing happening again. So to remove the gear knob and the gear gaiter itself, it's very easy to do. Well, I say easy, it's not necessarily easy. If this is the first time you're doing it, then there's a chance are that this thing is going to be stuck, but it's very simple to do. You don't need any tools of any kind. You basically just need to pull them both out of position. So easiest thing to do to remove the gear knob itself, now this does just have to be pulled up and away, you don't need to twist it or anything like that. So easiest thing to do is obviously put down the press down the clutch, put it into say 6th gear, and then simply just give it a good firm pull, and just like that the gear knob is removed. So as you can see, it really is not that complex how the gear knob itself is held in place. It's literally just pushed on to the lever here. And to remove the gear gaiter itself, the leather part, you literally just have to unclip it from the surround trim here. So if you just kind of grab it together in one corner, and then it should just pull out of place like so. There is these plastic tabs, but they're not very strong, you know, it's not sort of You know, very well fixed into place. It obviously holds in place, you know, to do its job, but it doesn't take much to pull this out. But yeah, that is the original gator removed, so we can put that to one side as well. And I think what I am going to do now is give this area a bit of a clean up. Now, I'm not going to go crazy and clean the whole lot. I will do that when I clean the interior fully, but I'm just going to clean the area that we can't access once the new gator is in place. Okay then, so as you can see, I've just gave this area a quick wipe down. Now let me talk about what I was saying with regards to the Jubilee clamp that tears the gear gator. So if you remove the gear gator, you should have something that looks a little like this, and that just kind of sits like so, just there. And like I said, if you move this across, say into reverse, it really just digs into the gear gator itself. So I just decided to remove this, and I would recommend removing this unless you want a hole in your leather gear gator, of course. Now the only reason I can think of that this is even in place on the gear shifter is to hold the weight at the bottom in place, but in reality, like, I've never had an issue with this moving around. It does have quite a bit of weight to it, so I don't think that's going to jump around while you are driving. So yeah, like I said, I'll just, you know, remove that clip completely. But with that being said, let's go ahead and install the new gear gator now. And to install the new gear gator is pretty self-explanatory. It literally just pushes into position. So once you have all of the corners lined up, you just kind of need to give it a good firm push. There we are, should be in position. Yep, it's nice and secured. Now I just need to fish the gear lever itself through the hole, like so. And now it's time to install the new gear knob. Again, just a quick look. This is the new one. This is the old one. Much, much better. Let's get this installed. Obviously install it the correct way, don't install it upside down. But yeah, this literally just pushes on once you have it lined up. I'm just going to give it a good tap, and that's in position now. And of course, just give it a quick test run. That feels so much better, honestly. And here we go then. Here is the finished product. New gear knob, new gear gator, both genuine BMW. Much better. Okay then guys, so there we go. Nice, quick little easy job done. Another job done on the BMW E60 5 Series. And yeah, I'd highly recommend doing this if you have a manual, of course. You know, it's really something that anyone can do from home. It probably takes you, what, 2 or 3 minutes to remove both the gear knob and the gear gator. And I would recommend removing that clamp as well. Obviously, you know, you're probably not going to want a hole in your, you know, brand new gear gator, so I'd recommend removing that. And by the way, if anyone knows what that actually is for, and it's not for simply just holding that, you know, the weight at the bottom of the lever in place, then do let me know. I assume that's what it's for, but I guess there could be another purpose that I really can't think of. But yeah, hopefully this video has been helpful. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed it. Really, we're really getting there with the BMW 5 Series now. A few more jobs to do, and then I think this car will be pretty much complete. I want to thank all of you guys for watching. Please give this video a like, leave a comment down below, subscribe if you have not already done so, and I will see you all in that next one. Peace!